This is not salt and pepper, this is called platinum.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's nothing salt about this. I never really considered myself super hip hop ever in life. You know, I don't think anything that I've done reflects that. I just feel like the biggest thing that I've done that's translated to pop culture on the biggest level has been hip hop because of Jay and Kanye. But I never was like every day, all day hip hop guy. I don't like to be considered a hip hop mogul. I don't know what that means. It's very rare that a person, especially in his 20s or 30s, can do more than one business and do it well. I don't know why you would downplay it by saying hip hop. To me, that goes into tycoon status. When I was in Harlem, you know, I also was in boarding school. I got to see a lot of what people that had opportunity and that had parents that had money, what they were doing. I never really felt that they were so much cooler than me. I always felt I was 20 and 30 times cooler than that part of the world. And I always see how interested these rich families, non-urban families would be in my urban experience. So I knew if I brought it to that, it would translate to pop culture, which is what I've done. Because I was in the street every day, all day, that those authentic experiences were translating into what was being said within the songs. And I'm not saying that's the most positive thing, but once I got over that, you know, I kind of transitioned into doing other things. You know, it always was about not just selling music. Biggs, who was my partner in Rockefeller, has such a hustler mentality that if there was ever an opportunity for us to capitalize and cut out the connect completely, it didn't make sense for us not to do it because we already had the customer. We just had to make the drug. A lot of what my business model was selling celebrity. So for Jay, for Kanye, for Rachel, for all of them, I just surrounded them with publicists at all times. If you pay $10,000 a month, you can be as famous as you want, and you'll probably make $100,000 to $200,000 a month because of that. But I changed my business model. What I learned in my experience in the corporate world and with Rockefeller was, if I want to be truly happy, I got to put up the money. Because whoever puts up the money is the boss, and that's that. It doesn't matter if someone gave someone a lot of money to watch, that's not a boss, that's a supervisor. And that supervisor usually thinks he's a boss and projects as a boss and will piss someone else off that's putting up the money. So a lot of my frustration would come from the fact that everyone that was speaking, none of them put up the dough. And we put up our own money. We were partners. We had a 50-50 venture. So in that environment, it would frustrate me. It'd be like being at a dice game and someone else speaking on your money. Because usually in corporate, no one's putting up the money. It's public, and there's a board, and you know, there's a bunch, one person that's making decisions is using their own dough. I can't talk to people or be nice to people that I don't respect that aren't putting up the money. After selling my interest in Rockwear so that I can put the money into what I wanted to put it into, which was Rachel Roy and other fashion things and magazines and all that stuff, my life became a lot easier because I never had to argue with anybody again because I was the boss, and I still am. A boss doesn't get told what to do. Of course, a boss might get advice from an OG, advice, but you're not being told what to do.